Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus May 6, 2022. Today's energies are great for applying yourself to a pleasurable pursuit. The moon spends the day in your creative sector, and you can be in a playful, celebratory mood. A Venus-Pluto aspect makes it a good time for connecting with a friend, possibly on a whole new level. Conversations are brilliant or satisfying now, and your communications go over well. It's a good time for personal impact and appeal. Venus-Pluto aspects facilitate acknowledging, accepting, and enjoying feelings, even the deeper ones you don't always have the time or energy to process. It's a great time to focus on renewal, healing, and bonding in your relationships and communications. The desire to contribute something of value or specialize and learn a topic more deeply can be a major motivator. Later today, aim to satisfy an itch for change in small, harmless ways instead of making sweeping decisions that you may not be fully equipped to make. Seeds are planted today, though, and they're important. Love is in the air, whether it be newly found or an ongoing feeling in your current relationship. The moon governs your harmony-seeking 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others. After yesterday's new moon solar eclipse in your 5th house of love, passion, and pleasure, chances are you're stepping into brand new energy in your love life. And though you're typically not one to whisper sweet nothings into your special someone's ear, Luna's sextile to Neptune is encouraging you to speak from the heart. More importantly, this is an opportunity for you to hold space for yourself and your lover's needs. Assume more authority in your workplace. Now that Pluto retrograde is in effect and in your sign, you may feel like it is time to shed your old professional skin. As you continue to grow and glow throughout this affirming transformative process, you may find that the easiest way to check yourself is through your immediate work community. Since Pluto retrograde sextiles Venus in Pisces today, you can use this harmonious energy to assert yourself. Speak up in conversation, be open about your opinions, and delegate accordingly. Your input will be received well. Roll with the punches today, and realize that someone out there is hitting hard. This is nothing you can't handle, for you are the master of adaptation and change. Indeed, huge changes are at hand and you are probably the most readily prepared. Power through with new and revolutionary ideas of how to adjust your world for the better. Begin a creative project and make sure it speaks from your inner truth. The rewards you reap will be nothing that you could ever possibly have imagined. You are at peace with yourself. Friends and family have noticed this, reacting very positively, and you will return these sentiments. It's time to enjoy life with family and friends and to plan leisure activities together. Always bear in mind that these special moments are very rare and precious. You have some serious artistic energy flowing through you today, so get on it. Even if you don't see yourself as seriously creative, now is a good time to find a means of expression. You feel attractive and reveal your seductive approach with the captivating way you engage others in conversation. You receive admiring looks of approval from the people that matter most to you. If you want, you're easily able to get the attention of new partners who find your eye-catching behavior irresistible. Today is a day where you are at great risk of overindulging. One glass of wine can quickly turn into 3 or 4. A few cookies can easily become half a dozen or more. That's simply too much eating and drinking. This lack of control is not all your fault. There is a wild energy in the air, spurring everyone on to excess. Try to hold yourself in check, if you can. You can still have a great evening out. Expect to feel enthusiastic about and interested in artistic activities today. There's a vibration in the air, and when it comes to expressive endeavors, this is the essence that lets you make things happen. Perhaps your art is a regular practice, or maybe it's still unknown magic waiting to happen. Whatever the case, waste no time in exploring your inner self and personal talents. You will likely discover new things about yourself. Untold joy and satisfaction await you. At the same time that you are just emerging from an empowered few days across the income and job fronts with an insight into forces that will continue to evolve, an alignment between the Sun and Uranus is drawing your attention onto the more playful side of life's fence. This is something that might take you by surprise, especially if you are willing to be spontaneous and when you get the chance, stay in the moment. Assume that life is working to create moments where you can take a break from your busy schedule. Real joy is found in the moment and often in life's simple pleasures. While the moon's return to your relationship sector today was always going to see it form a friendly aspect to planets in your communication sector, it begins on an auspicious note. The moon's friendly aspect to the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment and especially commitment to your relationships, is the first while in your communication sector in 4 years, getting things off to a good start. Our eyes in the sky. If you are looking to gain control of a situation, now is the time to step into your power. The connection between Jupiter and Pluto is going to make us all feel as though we're at the top of our game. The caution is that we might begin to use this energy to our disadvantage by engaging in love triangles or power struggles. Instead of arguing non-stop, it's our responsibility to take a step back and find peace in the situation. After all, arguing over spilled milk and who is in charge all the time can have adverse effects on relationships. Trying to dominate others in partnerships of any sort will only ensure that the relationship stays at a standstill. You shouldn't be rude or aggressive, but it might be hard not to be. Instead of using this energy to bend the will of others and take charge, use it to change for the better your life, spiritual views, personal philosophy, and consciousness. Choosing your words wisely will be important over the next 30 days. Think before you speak or send that text. It could save you a lot of drama. Mercury enters Capricorn today too, making communication more serious. We will be more concise, direct, and blunt with Mercury in this diligent Earth sign. In the morning, the Cancer moon squares off with Mars in Pisces, prompting us to behave erratically. Our physical desires and emotional needs are at odds with each other. On the one hand, we benefit from heightened stimulation. Diverse ideas and the freedom to jump from one perspective to the next offers us a sense of security and well-being. However, on an energetic level, we are more tempered, wistful, and unfocused. It's unlikely that this transit will stir up any long-term issues. We might simply feel a bit lethargic and disoriented. However, because our needs are incomprehensible, even to ourselves, we can become agitated when we are unable to sate our cravings. Or we get what we want but wind up dissatisfied anyway. In intimate relationships, we should do our best to express what is on our minds to mitigate ambiguity. Following this aspect, the moon sextiles Chiron in Aries, helping us to face our insecurities. Events transpire which prompt us to be honest about our intentions. Although the Moon-Mars square might make it challenging to determine what we want, we intend to harness the unapologetic authenticity of both the Gemini and Aries archetypes. Similar situations in the past may have demanded that we stay quiet when it did not serve our best interests. At this time, being forthright can trigger self-doubt, but if we express ourselves candidly, we'll find that we are not at risk of repeating old wounding patterns.